What's going on, family? We are back, joined with some friends on stream today, and it's Foxtrot family night, so anything goes over here. We've been bouncing all over the genres over here on Twitch, and we would love it if you come hang out with us too. Today we are checking out a band that I don't think we might have gotten into. We might have checked them out. They're not ringing my bell. They're not ringing the bell like this, friends. Because even Audiva, our friend Audiva, we definitely want to thank her for the request today. And for being a patron member of the channel, for sure. She said that Atlas was not her introduction. So she was not the one who did it. She just knows that this song is fire. And so she said, we got to do this one because they got a new one out, and that one's fire. So we're going to try to get a little bit more familiar today. Atlas is a Finnish metal band inspired by Finnish mythology and poetry combined with dark soundscapes and modern metal production. This already sounds pretty cool. Lyrically and thematically, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that word right. The band explores themes of death, healing, rebirth, and faith. Okay. Album and merch pre-orders available at atlasnorth.com. Blah, 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 blah. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. Okay, let's see. The Finnish band, inspired by Finnish mythology and Finnish poetry, combined with dark soundscapes and modern metal production. Sounds pretty cool, friends. That is what Atlas is all about. The song is called Coven of Two. It's been out for 3 weeks here. And if you like it, you know what to do. Go tell them how much you do. I really like how it's kind of got this like dark melodic kind of tone to it. I don't like comparing bands, but like immediately off the rip, like, you know, when you think of like just the Deftones genre, you know, the Deftones are like the goats of a genre, right? So like anything that is going to be within a sound, you're going to think Deftones first, right? And then it's branches, right? So it's like, it's definitely in that world, but we're not comparing, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's the vibe that it kind of like initially reminds me of, especially with this song. I'm not saying that the overall vibe, but like this particular song definitely kind of gives up that vibe. I like how that's slow. I like that he's got like clean vocals throughout the whole time. I like music that sounds like this. It doesn't necessarily always have screaming. Even though I like the screams, like I feel like there's a time and place. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always a lyric guy first and foremost, so I want to get into these lyrics. Witness the night, cold cleanse in fire. I remain veiled in twilight where I crave your love. Because it said initially, we read it in the beginning, right? inspired by mythology and poetry. So if they're inspired by mythology and poetry, you better have some fucking poetic ass lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And we're off to a good start here. Witness the night cold cleansing fire. I remained veiled in twilight. Where I crave your love. Vampire vibes. Eclipse the light. More vampire vibes. I know what it means to die. Vampire vibes. I remain entombed in your heart. Vampire vibes. Where I crave for sacrifice. More vampire vibes. A taste of death on your skin. Vampire vibes. Yeah, it feels like paradise. And every word from your lips like a spell. My sacrifice. All right, guys. Did I say vampire vibes enough? Because it's kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's giving off Lost Boy energy, you know what I'm saying?
I feel the darkness approaching. First of the
That's a cool little, like, new little way to do the heart. You know what I'm saying? A little heart with the devil horns kind of shit. How are we doing that? What are they doing with that finger? Is it the pinky? The pinky's doing something? I don't know how they doing that. You know what I mean? How are they doing that? How are they doing it? Something like that. Something like that with the little, like, heart with the little horns kind of shit. I don't know. Kind of digging the vibes. The little outro with the acoustic and the harmony I thought was pretty dope too. The video is pretty cool, like the live performance aspect kind of thing. I thought that was also sick. Let's finish these lyrics. I feel the darkness approaching, frost of the dagger on my skin. I am the sacrifice. Vampire vibes. Sacrifice, the taste of death on your skin. Yeah, it feels like a paradise. And in this coven of two, we become one sacrifice. Witchy vibes, kind of digging it. My sacrifice, and as a covenant of two, we become one sacrifice. Definitely dope. Definitely, what's the word? I feel like they hold true to this little description here. This inspired by mythology and poetry combined with dark landscapes and modern metal production. The modern metal production with the dark soundscapes. That's pretty on point. We were talking about this the other day in the Discord, and if you haven't joined the Johnny Foxtrot Discord, you totally should do that as well. And there's a whole bunch of different stuff on there. No matter really what you want to talk about, there's a section for you. But we were talking about this the other day about how it might have been even on stream about how, like, every description for every band sounds pretty much the same. Every single band sounds basically the same for their description. You know what I'm saying? We take fresh and new exciting ideas and do it and with a twist, and we combine and we metalcore core. You know what I'm saying? A fresh twist on metalcore. And I said, how funny would it be if somebody just put, like, you know, we're just another core band. You know what I mean? We're just another one. We're just another one. If they just be more honest and more serious, they probably win me over a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's one of those things, guys, like, where I love music so much. I love music so much, but there's so many. Today is the day and age where almost anybody with a dream can get up there and they can make a song and they can put it out and people can hear it. 40 years ago, impossible. You know what I mean? Like there's no way anybody would find you unless you got signed, and there was no way that you would ever get your shit heard. You know what I mean? Unless you paid for it, had favors, whatever, right? But now anybody could go create something and go put it on the internet right now, and anybody could find it. And if it's good and if it finds people, it'll spread this way. But it's super, music is super oversaturated. There's so many bands out here that just sound like the same band that I listened to 10 minutes ago. You know what I mean? And they've been doing it for 20 years too. And their description sounds a lot like this band's description. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh, this band's from this part of the States and this part of the States, but they're two different descriptions, but it's like the exact same thing, and they sound exactly the same, and the subject matter is exactly the same, and it all just sounds exactly the same. But I say all that to say that these guys sound pretty great. They sound pretty fresh. For what when they say like postmodern or like this modern production of metal, I think that's very very on point. But I also think that there's a little bit of something like unique about what they're doing as well too. I feel like there's something fresh and exciting about this, and I feel like that's what is what separates the cream from the crop. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, the better things will always kind of like find their ways to be more unique. And most of the time it's not going to be because their lyrics were better than the next person's. It's probably just because they're trying something and they're grasping it in a different way. And like I said, for me, what's really grabbing my attention is this little heart with the horns here thing. You know what I mean? I have seen a million people put up both of these figures, but never in this way. Where it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's a little different. That's a little shaking it up from the normal. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was actually pretty damn cool. Shit was actually pretty cool. There's actually a little bit of seasoning on this chicken today. You know what I'm saying? In a world where all the core stuff sounds the same, I only missed like 4 comments. 4 comments. Now we completely hit it. We've completely hit it. Let's leave our mark on here. Let's leave our mark. They put a little seasoning on that chicken today. And, yeah. It was definitely some spicy-ass chicken. So we're going to let them know. We're going to leave our mark today. Definitely want to appreciate Diva, again, for their request today. Make sure you go give some love and support to Alice. Let them know how much you loved and appreciated this Coven of Tucson. And, yeah, we're about to check out more from them. From our Finnish friends from across the planet. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of anything else to say right now. So I just want to say, again, thank you to Adiva, again, for the request. I think that's all I got for this one, guys. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.